What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and as you can see, this is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager mode, but before we can actually get to our Raw match card for this week, this is some footage that we received. Edge and Johnny Nitro outside of a WWE arena. You know, this was after some sort of event. These two got into a bit of a brawl well, not even backstage. This is just at a random bar. Well, there's a SmackDown sign. I'm not entirely sure if this was, I believe this was a company-run, facility, but Edge and Johnny Nitro, just, this brawl, this fight just erupted out. And, we have this guy here who's willing to film it, but obviously he's not a fighter, so he's not going to step in and try to break it up. We do have a couple of other bystanders here, but it doesn't appear as though they want any part of what these two are throwing down at the moment. As you can see right now, Edge and Nitro well, Edge is not going to give Johnny Nitro the time of day here. Edge has just been controlling this fight thus far. As you see there, he just raked the eyes of Johnny Nitro. We will get to the match card in a moment. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness! Edge bounced off of that TV monitor. Oh geez, and now driven skull first again, thanks to Johnny Nitro. And Johnny Nitro telling Edge to get back to his feet here. Of course, this all happened earlier in the week. This wasn't actually taking place as a part of our show tonight, but we did have the footage because someone decided, let's record this. This would be fun. This would be good to have on TV, and good on him, because at least this way we get some material for our show. We get to hopefully get an increased rating because of it. So, while I don't exactly agree with his decision, I will at least appreciate that, he's trying to do what's best for our brand. All's fair in love and war, and we are at war with Monday Night Raw at the moment. Or, we're at war with SmackDown, rather. That's right, we are Monday Night Raw. Why is there a SmackDown sign here? What were these two doing? I don't know, perhaps there are some alliances, some interbrand alliances that I was not aware of. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on these two guys. I mean, we do know that Edge, there's a possibility that he will be traded to SmackDown should he lose the championships. Good God. That pinball machine just exploded. Good Lord. I mean, Johnny Nitro has just been tossing Edge. Don't tell me he's gonna toss him into another pinball machine. Oh my God. Well, is he gonna break his high score? I guess we'll never know because the machine just exploded. Jesus, both pinball machines just completely wrecked. Thanks to Johnny Nitro. Oh, but here comes Edge. Edge bouncing back now. As he's dragging Johnny Nitro. Is he going to drag him over by that TV set? No, he's not going to make it that far. Kick to the midsection of Johnny Nitro. But Nitro's got Edge. Don't tell me he's looking to throw him into that jukebox. It's not going to happen. Edge with the reversal. Wait a minute. Oh my God, super kick. Super kick by Johnny Nitro and a backflip just to add insult to injury. I mean, we know that Johnny Nitro wants a shot at Edge's tag team titles, and well, we've seen Joey Mercury recently arrive to our show. But Johnny Nitro, he and Joey Mercury they just haven't been able to really get that shot just yet. But I feel like they're getting closer, especially if Johnny Nitro could knock out Edge back at this bar. I can't even get my words together. Oh, and a dancing leg drop onto that tiled floor. And that did it, folks. That was it. You see that guy up there in the balcony? He seemed pretty happy with Johnny Nitro's performance. I don't know if that's going to amount to much in the grand scheme of things, but fair play to Nitro. As we're going to go ahead and get to our actual match card now, as we'll restart the episode. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97. Welcome to another episode of my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager mode. That last part wasn't intended to be a part of your regularly scheduled programming, but we had the footage. It would be criminal not to use it. So if we take a look here, we've got Melina. She's going to have Joey Mercury in her corner since Johnny Nitro was MIA for the show this week. Melina's going to be taking on Lita. There's Randy Orton in Lita's corner since Edge and Nitro obviously, tore each other apart in that brawl. They couldn't make it to the show. Mickie James and Mr. Kennedy take on Trish Stratus and Matt Hardy in a tag team matchup. Shelton Benjamin's going to have to defend the Intercontinental title against JBL because I don't want JBL to jump ship. That would be bad. That would be terrible. We've got Kurt Angle taking on Rey Mysterio, and The Undertaker's at ringside just to scout out his potential challengers, just to scout out his talent. Potential contenders, I should say. And then in the main event, a tag team matchup, it's John Cena and Shawn Michaels taking on Eddie Guerrero and Triple H. We are going to play the Rey Mysterio Kurt Angle matchup. I know what you're thinking. Well, why aren't you going to showcase the Intercontinental title match? Well, if JBL wins it, you know, JBL trying to win it back on the part of Mr. Kennedy, I suppose, try to keep that alliance alive. But, we did an Intercontinental title matchup recently, and I don't want to showcase the same thing again. So hopefully Benjamin can win, and we won't miss out on any crucial information there. But, I guess we'll just see how it goes. Personally, I feel like Kurt Angle's singles debut to Monday Night Raw is pretty important to be showcased, and we can't really push it off for another week because, well, Mysterio and Angle, they've been in handicap matches for, I think, the past 3, maybe 4 weeks even. I think it's about time that we diversify their rivalry. Let's finally let Mysterio and Kurt Angle throw hands in the ring and see how things play out. Rey Mysterio, I'm sure, after he lost that Intercontinental title, couldn't win the tag team titles at Vengeance, he wants to move on to something bigger, something better. And with the WWE Champion here at ringside, the new WWE Champion, might I add, this is a big opportunity for a guy like Rey Mysterio to really jump into that main event level scene. If he could get a win over Kurt Angle, one of our hot new talents on the roster, I'd say that would really catapult him into that main event scene. But Kurt Angle, it's still a matter of gaining trust, really, with him. Kurt Angle, he has proven, he's showed us that he's willing to play ball, he's willing to put over some of our guys, and at the same time, he's also willing to cooperate, maybe with some, but not others, but he's willing to cooperate with at least some members of our roster. However, I'm not entirely sure if Kurt Angle really, if we can trust him enough to move him into the main event scene. Perhaps we should keep him more into that Intercontinental Championship range for the time being. Well, tonight he takes on Rey Mysterio, so we can at least put him in this matchup, make sure that he doesn't injure a guy like Rey Mysterio, because we can't have a guy like Kurt Angle injuring our talent. So we'll put him in this high-profile matchup, we'll see how he goes, and that will just perhaps work towards him gaining our trust, towards us finally putting some faith in this man, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Alright, so the matchup can get underway. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio. Right out of the gate, Kurt Angle with a collared elbow tie-up, but it's reversed by Mysterio. Look at Mysterio here. Mysterio putting his athleticism on display with a beautiful... Turned that into like almost like a tilt-a-whirl inverted Frankensteiner. Something like that. As now Mysterio, what is he thinking? He's got Angle by the arm. Oh, and a nice shot straight to the elbow of Kurt Angle. But here comes Kurt Angle now. He's firing up at the offense. Ducks underneath. Oh, and a German suplex from the Olympic gold medalist, and you see a bit of a celebratory dance. But that moment where he could have tried to capitalize instead gives Mysterio the opening, and Rey Mysterio takes him down. But a counter by Angle. Here comes Kurt Angle. No 8 reversal by Mysterio. Mysterio! DDT! Beautiful DDT from Mysterio. Oh, but wait, Angle striking back Mysterio up against those ropes. Oh, look at Kurt Angle driving that knee into the back of the head of Rey Mysterio. How disrespectful can that? Well, we can't get much more disrespectful than that on the part of Kurt Angle. Let's look at this. Roll up on Mysterio, but it's a kick out. Kick up by Mysterio at 1. Rey Mysterio now lights up Angle with a knife edge chop. Snapmare takedown. Mysterio sizing him up. And a nice drop kick to the back. Mysterio, now what? Now what more could he look to do? Just going to work on the neck. The head and neck of Kurt Angle. Let's look at this. Oh! Drop toe hold into the ropes. Rey Mysterio, here it comes. 6-1-9. Dial it up. Rey Mysterio got him. Hurricanrana into the pin. 1, 2. Oh! A kick out by Angle. A kick out by Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio. You can see the frustration now as he applies a submission hold. Not something Mysterio would typically do. But I mean, he's got to be beside himself at this point. He just nailed him with his finishing move. And Kurt Angle kicked out of it like it was nothing. Wait a minute. Angle ducks behind. Look out! German suplex Mysterio landing straight on his neck. On his freaking neck. And Kurt Angle now rolls through again, but another, this time a rope break. Reversal now by Mysterio. But Kurt Angle ducks behind. And another German suplex. Kurt Angle just relentless right now. No, wait, this time reversed. Mysterio takes him down, takes him over with a hip toss like move. And now Angle with the headlock now into the hammer lock. Nice transition by Angle. Oh, look at this. Into the sleeper hold. Into the sleeper hold. Kurt Angle looking to make Mysterio pass out or tap out here. Brilliant strategy on the part of Angle. Wear down the high flyer. Keep him grounded. As now Angle, wait, missed. He missed. Oh, but he comes right back off the ropes with a picture-perfect shoulder block. And now Angle, oh, there's a boot right to the back of Mysterio. But Mysterio, the reversal. Mysterio able to create separation. Maybe a little too much separation. He missed wildly with that kick. And now Angle. Oh, rake of the eyes, rake of the eyes. No, right into the Angle. Wait, reversed. Mysterio reversed the Angle slam. Beautiful counter by Mysterio. That could have been all she wrote, folks. But Mysterio had a well-timed counter. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to capitalize much on it. Because here's Kurt Angle. German suplex again. Kurt Angle. I mean, look at this. You can see he's proud of himself. He is just going to town on Rey Mysterio. As Angle, no, drop toe hold, and Angle, his face caught that bottom rope. This is the opening Rey Mysterio needs. Mysterio, a knee right to the midsection. And he's trying to lift Angle off his feet, but Mysterio just doesn't have the strength left in him. Kurt Angle, he's done too much damage. As now Mysterio, reversal. Manages to get out of that collar elbow tie-up. Ducks a knife edge chop. Mysterio, snapmare takedown. And now over the top. And a drop kick straight to the face. But Mysterio, he's wounded. He can't capitalize in time. As he tried to kick Angle there. Angle, though, just shakes it off, just shrugs it off. And now Angle. Kurt Angle, belly-to-belly suplex. And Rey Mysterio, you can see, he is having a rough time of it, but Mysterio manages to counter. Wait, Angle's got the ref. Angle's got the ref. I don't know if that was his intention. It could come back to cost him. Or maybe not. Oh my God, low blow. Referee, come on. You've got to call that, ref. You've got to call that. And he's going to turn it into the Angle slam. The Angle slam by Kurt Angle. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Kurt Angle picks up a much-needed victory here tonight on Raw. A huge win for Kurt Angle. A statement matchup for him, and you can see Kurt Angle, or not Kurt Angle, you can see The Undertaker raising the arm of Kurt Angle, you know, showing some sportsmanship here. Perhaps The Undertaker's not so much of a bad guy as we initially thought he was. Maybe Undertaker has, you know, he's had a change of heart. Showing respect to the victor tonight, Kurt Angle. Could he be a potential #1 contender on the horizon? Alright, so how did we do? How did everything else go? Shelton Benjamin did retain the Intercontinental title, which is good because JBL winning it off screen would have kind of sucked. Trish and Matt Hardy pick up the win over Mickie James and Mr. Kennedy. Dagnabbit! Melina, you were supposed to win that matchup. Joey Mercury needs to start getting wins to get that tag title match. And John Cena and Shawn Michaels defeat Eddie Guerrero and Triple H in tag team action. This isn't exactly working out like I had planned for Joey Mercury, as SmackDown plus 30,000 fans. That's not what I like to see, but we can afford a small jump like that. SummerSlam is coming up for the first time since WrestleMania. SmackDown and Raw will both be on the same card. You can be sure the general managers will be putting on the best show possible. This is their chance to show off their brand and sway fans to tune into their show. You can count on some big matches at this event. The big question is, which show will draw the better ratings? Yes, that is the million-dollar question on everybody's mind. Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero having a good rivalry. Neidhart's contract is expiring. I'm sure they'll renew it. Johnny Nitro picking up a 4-star match in a Backstage Brawl. Yeah, we've got a lot of the headlines, but somehow SmackDown managed to top us in the ratings. I'm not quite sure how that came about. Let's see what Vince has to say. SummerSlam is approaching, and this will mark the first cross-branded pay-per-view of the year. The two shows won't be facing off against one another, but I will be very interested in seeing which brand puts on the better matches. That's not even a very Vince-like voice. I'm not even trying anymore. The show that has the most fans before the pay-per-view will get the last match on the card. Good luck. If I actually tried to do Vince's voice, I'd probably hurt my throat, and I need to do more videos of this, so I'd rather not do that. We had a 3-star show for Monday Night Raw, although arguably that could have been bumped to a 4, or I mean, not a 4, 3.5. But I'm not going to argue about it here. It was a good show, and I'll take the ratings. Even though SmackDown, I guess, took the ratings this week. Regardless, we're still in the lead, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, this rivalry has finally gone sour. So, I don't know what we're gonna do in that situation now, because there was supposed to be a tag title match, but Joey Mercury is very clearly not going to be in contention. I guess Johnny Nitro will have to give him an Intercontinental title shot in the meantime. Mercury, we gotta do a little more work on him. He started off with 3 straight wins, then he lost 3 straight matches, so he's, you know, having a rough go of it at the moment. Kennedy's struggling as well. He's been on a losing streak. Mysterio as well has been losing. How have I not noticed this? Everybody is just having a rough time in the victory department. Yeah, Joey Mercury is still he is a ways off from moving on to the Power 15 by the looks of it. At this rate, I still have more ideas that I can use for the women, but it's almost looking like I should start to possibly attempt to trade one away just because they're taking up space on the Power 15. I'm thinking that the next guy I go for, like, from the free agency, if I trade somebody out, the next pickup I'm going to make is probably going to be Hardcore Holly, just because he doesn't get, he sometimes gets used in series, but he's not one of those guys. Like, there are some certain lower superstars, lower tier guys who will get picked up, like a Matt Hardy, or a Joey Mercury, a Johnny Nitro. They just seem to be the more popular, lower tier level guys. Hardcore Holly I don't usually see as much. So I might try to pick up Hardcore Holly because he's a cool dude also. I mean, growing up, I remember seeing him and Cody Rhodes win the tag team titles, and then Cody Rhodes turned on him. That led to Rhodes's, really the beginning of his career. It was some cool stuff. But these are our champions heading into SummerSlam. SummerSlam shaping up to be a massive show. If we take a look at the Power 25, we are not number 1, but we do at least keep 3 guys in the top 5, which is amazing. It's close enough to being number 1, and perhaps at SummerSlam, maybe The Undertaker could take that top spot, or maybe he will lose that title already, and somebody else will take his place. Perhaps Triple H. Maybe he could take that back. Maybe John Cena will be number 1. I'm sure that you all want to see that. John Cena, the face of Monday Night Raw. Again, Kurt Angle's gaining some momentum. Eddie Guerrero, he really took a hit this week. Everybody else seems to be doing fairly well. Lita's victory at least helps out Edge, so they don't fall too far. Trish Stratus moving up, Benjamin moving up, JBL not so much. And I believe, yes, Mr. Kennedy fell off the list. But Johnny Nitro made it onto the list without Melina because, why should they be together? Yeah, Eddie Guerrero really took a hit. He's not even in WWE Championship contention right now. I must say, I've realized this recently, but I really am proud of this roster that we've got. Looking at our main event scene, we've got guys like The Undertaker, John Cena. We have both members of DX, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Rated RKO, Rey Mysterio. And our lower tier guys are pretty solid as well. Looks like Mickie James has fallen off the list. which is fine because she's not in a women's championship rivalry at the moment, so it's not like I need her to be up here at the moment. Matt Hardy, on the other hand, perhaps he could get a title shot. Maybe, if he wants one. But we just recently gave him one, so I don't think he will. Oh well. But yeah, it does help that I put in the legends, obviously, because SmackDown has The Rock, Hogan, the Hart Foundation, and I believe that is basically it in terms of legends. So it does give me the opportunity to get more of the modern guys, at least at the time of this game. We do have Mick Foley. He's not really considered a legend, though. Guerrero's a legend, but he's a good one. Whatever that means. All legends are good. Anyways, we're going to call it a day before I butcher any more commentary. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep on YouTubing.